In this video, we are going to talk about Mercury in the nakshatra of purvaphalguni, padas, symbolism, and what are the effects when you have Mercury placed into purvaphalguni nakshatra in your birth chart. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. If you want to learn Vedic astrology, check out my 3 hours free training. This workshop will help you to read your own birth chart and start making predictions even if you have no prior background to Vedic astrology without spending thousands of dollars on Vedic astrological courses. So go and check out that. It's free. Link is in the description. And if you want to have one-on-one session with me or want to book a consultation, you can check out my website and link is in the description as well. Mercury into the nakshatra of purvaphalguni. What is Mercury? We have already made a separate video on what is Mercury. Mercury is the planet which has a balanced view. Mercury is the planet of intellect, networking. It is the planet which represents communication, artistic things. It is also about the numbers. Mercury is also about business. Mercury is the planet of connection, relationship, networking. Now, what happens when the Mercury goes into the nakshatra of purvaphalguni? Purvaphalguni nakshatra ranges from 13 degrees 20 minutes of Leo to the 26 degrees 40 minutes in Leo. It has 4 padas. First pada is Leo, second is Virgo, third is Libra, fourth is Scorpio. It has 1 Vargottam pada, the first one, and it has 1 Pushkar Namamsha. The third pada of this nakshatra, which is Libra pada, is Pushkar Namamsha. We'll talk about it when we'll talk about the padas at the end of this video. Now, what is the symbolism associated with this nakshatra? The nakshatra is Dasha ruled by Venus. And those who don't know what Dasha ruler is the planet. If you have moon in purvaphalguni, your Dasha sequence will starts with Venus. Okay, and the rest of the sequence remains the same. And we already made a video on Mahadasha, which will help you to understand how to calculate Mahadasha, how to calculate balanced Mahadasha, all that calculations you can check out into the Mahadasha video. Now, the Venus is a Dasha ruler for purvaphalguni. So when you have moon in purvaphalguni, your Dasha sequence starts with Venus. But this Venus is also friendly with Mercury. Mercury and Venus are 2 friendly, light-hearted, artistic planets. So they get along well with each other. They have so much in common. Arts, humor, pleasure, fun. All these things are common with Mercury and Venus. The symbolism associated with the purvaphalguni nakshatra is bed. Bed has a lot of connotations. Pleasure is one of them, sexual activities, sleep, rest. It is also about the creativity. The rest begins in purvaphalguni and uttaraphalguni, it's the later part of the rest. Okay, we'll talk about it when we'll talk about uttaraphalguni. We have already made that video, separate video for each nakshatra. So purvaphalguni has all the qualities and all the connotations and association with the bed. The deity associated with purvaphalguni is Bhaga. Bhaga, you will hear this word in so many other contexts. You will hear Bhaga in Bhagwan. What is Bhagwan? Bhagwan is someone who holds Bhaga. Bhagwan has a lot of meanings. One of the meaning is Bhagwan is the one who holds this Bhaga. Bhaga is the deity of wealth, pleasure, abundance, and fortune. You would also hear this word Bhaga in Bhagyavan. What is Bhagyavan? Bhagyavan is one who is blessed with the Bhaga, one who is got the blessings of the Bhaga. Bhagyavan is fortunate. You will also see this word in Bhakta. Purvaphalguni is one of the nakshatra which has the high probability and potential to give the best bhakta one can have ever. So purvaphalguni people are the greatest of the bhaktas. This bhakta is also derived from the same element as bhaga. So you would just check out all the words related with bhaga, bhagyavan, bhagwan, bhakt, and you would know the significance of the bhaga. And that's what it is. Now, what happens when Mercury comes into the nakshatra of purvaphalguni? The planet of networking comes into the nakshatra of pleasure. These people are fan of inviting people over their place for party, to get-togethers, to connecting with each other for their hobbies, and they love inviting their friends. The planet of networking goes into the nakshatra, which is about sexual things and pleasure. So these people like to read about the sexuality, communicate about the sexuality. These people like to communicate or like to read about sexuality and pleasure, or maybe romantic books in a subtle way. But the communication has this romantic touch to their communication. The Mercury is also connected with stock market. So the person with Mercury in Purvaphalguni Nakshatra is very good with numbers. More so, they are very good with the stock market or trading. The planet of creativity comes into the nakshatra of sexuality and pleasure. So these people are creative, but at the same time, they are creative in their sexual pleasures as well. They seek the sexual pleasure. And on the downside, these people have to be really careful not to have a sexual misadventure that can, land them into trouble. Okay, this is specifically for Mercury, because Mercury is a childlike energy. It's not a mature energy. And so when you get into the relationship with Mercury in Purvaphalguni Nakshatra, then it becomes difficult, because they are not mature enough to handle the ups and downs of the relationships. When Mercury goes into the Purvaphalguni Nakshatra, it it uses the gifts of the past life. They have the connection with the past life. It's the word Purva means the previous. So these people have some gifts from the previous life, which they use it into this lifetime. And when Mercury is into the nakshatra of Purvaphalguni, they are able to use their gift with a practical approach. They are keen on making business out of it, making money out of it. They are keen on using their skills and gifts to make money or to help others. But using their gifts practically is one of the best traits of Mercury in Purvaphalguni. Okay? Now, the first pada of Purvaphalguni Nakshatra goes into Leo Navamsha. Here, fiery planet of Leo and Sun is ruling this pada, and it becomes Vargottam pada. So, Mercury, when it goes into the Leo pada, it becomes creative. At the same time, it has the sharpness and the clarity about their creativity, about the things they want to communicate, about all the Mercurian qualities they hold. Okay, the second pada of this nakshatra goes into the Vargo Navamsha, which is ruled by Mercury. And here Mercury is more about analysis. Virgo is about detailing, and Mercury is the planet which is ruling this Virgo. And so the planet of detailing comes into the sign in the pada of the detail oriented Virgo. So these people are more about practicality, organization, and detail orientation. And this also gives them some kind of a grounding, because this is an earth element sign, earth element pada. So it also gives them some kind of a grounding to their communication as well. The third pada of this nakshatra goes into Libra Navamsha, which is Pushkar Navamsha. Here Mercury is all about relationships. Libra is the seventh natural sign. So it holds all the key to the relationships. The planet of relationship, the planet of friendship comes into the nakshatra of relationships, into the pada, which is ruled by Venus, Libra pada. So these people, and by the way, this pada is Pushkar Navamsha. So these people are great with other people. These people like to deal with other people. They are master when they are connecting with the other people. They are very good with communication, and they are very good with the relationships as well. Fourth pada of this nakshatra goes into the Scorpio Navamsha. Mercury in the sign of Leo, in the Scorpio Navamsha, is facing that intense emotional transformation. Leo sign itself is all about sun, which is about the self and the creativity, and Scorpio is about the hidden feelings. Scorpio is your shadow side. Scorpio is that intense emotional force which either can inspire you, which can give you motivation to do things, or can make you jealous, or it can also bring in some kind of a low feelings as well. Okay, so yes, this was Mercury into the nakshatra of Purvaphalguni, as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you want to learn Vedic astrology, check out my free workshop, or if you want to join my 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp, link is in the description. Or if you want to know more about Vedic astrology, keep watching Pramanik Astrology, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibes. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste.